This past week was kind of interesting for me. I learned a really interesting lesson about solution-focused brief therapy and found that lesson in the most of unusual places after an embarrassing accident. I was here in my home and walking through the kitchen. Long story short, I broke a glass and sliced my leg wide open. I've never had stitches before, but I looked down at my leg and I instantly knew this was a problem and I was probably going to need stitches. So we go to the emergency room and it hurts so bad, and I'm probably not the person in the world with the highest pain tolerance. So the doctor could tell that I was very, very uncomfortable, and he starts talking to me to ease my discomfort. And one of the things he asked me was, what do you do for a living? I told him I was a psychotherapist, and ironically, this doctor's father was a psychotherapist while he was growing up. So he knew some things, and he actually asked me what type of therapy I did. And he said his father did this sort of therapy, that sort of therapy. I said I did solution-focused brief therapy, and he said, oh, that's interesting, I haven't heard of that. Can you explain it? So there I am, sitting on the, hospital bed kind of thing, and he is stitching up my leg, and I start explaining the kind of basic ideas of solution-focused brief therapy, and then this doctor says, that's not that dissimilar from what I do. And I was kind of surprised by that a medical doctor would say that, and I asked him what he meant, and he said, well, for example, I'm not healing your leg. And I thought, then what are you doing? And he said, well, I'm not healing your leg at all. What I'm doing is I'm just stitching it so that your body will take over and your body will do the healing. And I thought about that for a while. I thought, wow, that is such an interesting way to think about medicine. And he goes on to explain that, he doesn't really heal anyone or anything. He just nudges the body so that the body takes over and does all of the healing of the situation, and in this case, my leg. So here I am, I'm a week later. I'm actually about to get the stitches out in a couple of days. But my body has taken over, and the wound is noticeably healed. It is almost to the point where I don't anticipate having any scar at all. And that made me think about our work in solution-focused brief therapy. Like, it's not my job or my role to solve my clients' problems. It's my job to ask them questions so the clients take over and begin to fix their own lives. And that was a very interesting way for me to learn about solution-focused brief therapy in the middle of a weird scenario. But that's really the essence of this approach, is to ask questions so that clients begin to take over and solve their own problems. And I think that's a big misnomer about solution-focused brief therapy, like we're solving our clients' problems, but that's not actually true. Just like this doctor was not healing me, I am not solving my clients' problems. I'm simply asking them questions that allow them to take over and begin to solve their own life issues. So I hope you found this video helpful. Please give me a like, give me a share. Shoot over to my website, elliottconti.com, if you're watching this video someplace else, and check out all the free resources so you too can help your clients by asking them questions that allow them to take over their lives and start solving their own issues. Thank you for watching.